I'm George Matthaei. I'm a professor emeritus, and I came here in 1964. At that time, I think the department may have been 3 years old. I was teaching junior courses, and as near as I can remember, there were 9 faculty members at that time, including Al Conrad, who was dean, and I think at least half of the faculty that joined, that were there at that time, came at that time. So the department's grown a lot since then. I was thinking of going back to teaching, and Frank Ordung came along and offered me a position at UCSB, which I thought was interesting, and so I came here then. One thing that people may not have realized is that at that time there was no College of Engineering. It was a school of engineering under the thumb of the College of Letters and Sciences. The biggest change, which is a big one, is that when we started out with, say, 9 faculty, it was a very close-knit group. We had Christmas parties and that sort of thing in that group, and everybody knew each other well and that sort of thing. And of course, when the department became much bigger, why, that could no longer exist. So the general climate has changed a lot in that respect. I knew I wanted to be an engineer from a very early age. I used to build model airplanes and competed in model airplane flying and workmanship and that sort of thing. And well, I went to the University of Washington, which had a very good aeronautical engineering program. But after a year and 2/3, I went into the Army and got into radar, and that's finally switched me over to electrical engineering. Well, I think I like to teach electromagnetic theory best, things having to do with microwave engineering. I guess I like aspects where you could add to the mathematics with graphical drawings and things like that. I used to take some of the kids on field trips. We visited Raytheon a number of times, and Point Magoo, the naval labs there, was interesting. So I think that was the area that I like to teach best. Of course, if you think you might be interested in teaching, particularly at the master's degree level, it's probably good to have a teaching assistantship and get some experience of dealing with students. However, if you're at the PhD level, I think it's in the best interest of the student to get on a research assistantship, because very often this leads to the research project for the student's dissertation. So at that level, I think the research, if they have a research opportunity, that's the best. I guess one of the things, what I did a lot of research on was microwave components, particularly filters, microwave filters, which are used in communications for separating out signals and that sort of thing. And there is one kind we call an interdigital filter, microwave filter, bandpass filter. That became used fairly widely afterwards. think that was a quite useful contribution.